So let's just talk about maybe the brokers for a minute, because you were a broker. How do you facilitate and how do you work with all the parties? And then how do the parties know when to call you and bring you in?
Great question. So the way I like to position myself love working on teams. I grew up playing sports, played basketball in college, and then I had some of the best training at Marcus and Millichap as an investment real estate broker, and I still am a broker here in California. And I found that if you know your role, right, and you know what the objective is, working together is the best way about going about it. So I think of myself sort of like the offensive coordinator now, because I'm sort of not on the field anymore like a broker. I'm sort of the guy in the booth giving the directions to the broker. So the way we approach it is, look, what are you trying to do to add value? What solutions are you providing? So to give you a rough example, a lot of brokers will call a client and say, hey, do you want to sell a property? And one of the number one challenges they say is, sure, I'd like to sell my property if you can find me an uplay. Or sure, I'd like to sell a property if I knew I didn't have to even go into real estate anymore. In fact, I don't want to trade my current toilets, trash, and liability and the problems that I know for new problems that I don't know, the unknown, right? And so the key is adding value beyond just 1031. That's the first thing I would say for an actual example. So we just closed a deal in Georgia. It was a $7.6 million property. This gentleman's a baby boomer. He's bought and sold properties for 30 years. Okay. And so he's looking at a failed 1031 exchange. And so we saved his failed 1031 exchange, and that brought tremendous value for the broker, right? And the opportunity to keep the client's money working for him versus paying about $1 million in tax. So we always start with, how are you adding value to your client? And then how can we work together to help educate you alongside? Think of it like not knowing about the 1031, John, when you first started in your career. At a certain point, you didn't know about the 1031 exchange, but then you did. And then once you did, you were able to empower your clients. So that's kind of how we are. We're sort of like an intermediary, if you will. We're capital gains tax deferral solutions that we're going to give you the options and then figure out how is it going to best apply to your clients.
You have just listened to another information-packed episode of Capital Gains Tax Solutions with Brett Swarts. We hope you enjoyed today's show and found it helpful. Visit capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to access the show notes and to access more resources. Don't forget to leave a review and join us again next time.